Darren, you agree with that? And we will ask Chris in a minute, but...
Yeah, I mean, look, he didn't have to do it, did he? So fair play.
OK, well, I can see just behind me, Mr. Chris Eubank Jr. is making his way into the studio. Chris, welcome. Great to see you, sir. If we can just...
Good evening,
park
gentlemen.
you here. Good evening to you.
How you
doing, Chris? You all right?
A pleasure to see you, Chris. Thanks so much for joining us. Look, Chris, here we go. Fight week. The second time you've been in a fight week with Conor Benn, but being here, seeing the media, knowing the attention that is on this fight, truly what is going through the mind of Chris Eubank Jr. a few sleeps away now?
I'm calm. I'm very at peace with where I am in my life and where I am in this fight. I really do believe that everything I envision, everything that I have trained for will come to fruition. So I'm at peace, I'm calm, I'm grateful to be here, I'm happy. I don't have any chips on my shoulder, as Conor Benn always points out. I don't have any frustrations, I don't have any ill will towards people. I just want to go out there and have fun.
And in terms of your prediction, we just heard you up there, you said the procedure will be parliamentary.
Absolutely.
How does that look?
Domination in every department you can imagine, whether it's boxing, whether it's a gunfight, defense, offense, foot movement, speed, power. I am the superior boxer, pugilist in each of those departments and so many more, which is why I'm so confident, which is why I'm so relaxed, which is why I'm so happy.
How has this camp, Chris, compared to others in the past? Has there been more fire in the eyes?
I guess you could say that. I guess you could say there's been more fire in my soul, in my spirit, in my mindset. This is the biggest fight of my career. This is the most important fight to date, which is very rare for a 35-year-old fighter. Usually at 35, fighters' careers are behind them. Mine is, I'm still going up and up.
In terms of the motivation, Chris, for this fight behind the scenes, how do you compare, look, the motivation and the drive to beat Conor Benn in comparison with the fear of losing to Conor Benn? How have you balanced that out in your mindset?
Do I look like I'm scared to you?
No.
Well, there you go. There is no balance.
I'm scared.
Chris, a lot has been made about the weight. Forget about Conor's weight, about you making 160 after being 168 and coming back down to 160. But you look really healthy today.
Well, the weight cut doesn't really come into play. The serious weight cut doesn't really come into play until a day or two before the fight. So, this is where you're kind of starting to deplete. But the main stuff happens 24 hours before the weigh-in. I will look like a different man at that
as
point
we all
in
do,
time,
yeah, of course.
and I will feel like a different man. You know how it goes. But as of right now, I feel good.
Just very quickly, obviously, when this fight was announced, I'm sure you've dreamt about it plenty of times. In that dream, how does the fight play out?
He doesn't touch me. I impose my will. I do everything that I want to do, and I dispose of him when I'm good and ready.
Doesn't go the distance?
Absolutely not. It's impossible for this fight to go 12 rounds.
Are you expecting him, as many are, when we see Conor, he always seems fired up, especially when he sees you, Chris. When that bell rings, is that what you're expecting for Conor Benn, just to come flying at you from the other side of the ring?
Maybe. I hope he does for the fans' sake. He says that's what he's going to do. It's going to take a lot of balls to approach me like that. But if he does, wow, this is going to be, fight of the year contender.
Okay. Barry, final one from you.
Where does the Eubank story go when you get the win against Conor Benn? Where does your story go from there? At your age now, as you said yourself, most fighters would be tapering down or even thinking about a step out of the door, but you seem to think that you've got a lot more years left. So
I believe I do. I really do. The opportunities are there. The opponents are there. The titles are there. So this just puts me on a level to where I can get all these fights made like that. There's always been politics in the past. It's been hard to make fights. It's been hard to get fights. After a win like this in a fight which is, it's surpassed what boxing is. Now it's mainstream. You win a fight like this, you can fight whoever you want after that, you know?
And that Eubank supremacy, that's what you've said throughout the whole build-up, cementing the Eubank name, upholding the family name. Ultimately, is that all what comes with the victory as well?
Keeping the Eubank name that little bit in front of the Benn name. Just a little bit. I'm not greedy. Doesn't have to be miles, but we have to be on top. They cannot get a win over us. I have to respect my father's history, his legacy, what he achieved in his career. I can't let him down. I can't let myself down, and I can't let my fans down. This is a deeply personal and important fight for me, and I can't wait.
Chris, we wish you the very best of luck on Saturday night. We hope we get to speak to you as well as the countdown to fight night continues. Ice in the veins then of Chris Eubank Jr. Maybe not so much for myself. After that look in the eyes, I'm certainly sweating up here on the big stage. Here is a reminder of what else is coming your way this week. Of course, we will be back with the media workout tomorrow, 6 p.m. here in London, 1 p.m. Eastern time over in the States. And then, of course, the final press conference, likewise, 6 p.m. here in London and 1 p.m. Eastern time. And the fight week will continue with the weigh-in on Friday and then fight night, where all the talking finally stops. And I mean, we simply cannot wait, can we? And this weekend, of course, the action does not stop here. On Saturday night, so much to look forward to. A 35-year family feud in front of a sellout crowd at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, by now at DAZNboxing.com. Also, Cruiserweight World Champion Chris Camozzi takes on Andrea Italian Thunder Bishi at BKFC 73 over in Italy. Dream Boxing brings us Adrian Krasnicki versus Diego Ramirez on Saturday night. Plus, Kurt Scobie will take on Jesus Vasquez Jr. live from New Jersey, USA. And just remember, you can keep up to date with all the events on offer by heading to the DAZN platform and going to the schedule section, where you'll find all the live action, including, of course, the big one this weekend.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, April 26th. Eubank Jr. versus Benn. Over 30 years of rivalry and hatred.
I do hate him.
2 warriors, 2 wars, but the feud was left unfinished. Then, a bloodline born.
Legacy, respect.
The next generation.
My dad's my hero.
A new destroyer. Rivalry in their veins. Hatred in their blood.
This is going to be the bloodbath.
For family.
This is personal. I can't lose to this man.
History.
Eubank, Nigel Benn. This is a war.
Legacy.
This is the final chapter.
Eubank Jr. versus Benn. Live on DAZN Worldwide. April 26th. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.